Halloween, a night when the veil between pretense and truth thins, has always invited bold statements from the boldest souls. For Lily Allen, the sharp-witted British singer whose career has thrived on unflinching honesty, this year's All Hallows Eve became a stage for unfiltered reckoning. At 40, amid the wreckage of a 4-year marriage to Stranger Things star David Harbour, Allen unleashed a costume that doubled as a scalpel, slicing through the facade of their split with ruthless precision. Dressing as Madeline, the plucky protagonist from the beloved children's book series by Ludwig Bemelmans, and coincidentally the name immortalized in her recent album's scathing track, West End Girl, Allen transformed a whimsical holiday into a public airing of grievances, sending shockwaves through social media and reigniting debates on the raw edges of artistic revenge. To grasp the venom in this velvet glove, one must trace the arc of Allen and Harbour's union, a romance that bloomed amid Hollywood's glare only to wither under whispers of betrayal. They met in 2018 on the set of Allen's West End production of 2:22 a.m. Ghost Story, where Harbour played a spectral handyman to her haunted housewife. Sparks flew fast. By 2019, vows were exchanged in a low-key Las Vegas ceremony officiated by an Elvis impersonator, a cheeky counterpoint to their A-list pedigrees. Allen, fresh off a critically acclaimed return to music with 2018's No Shame, found in Harbour a partner who matched her intellectual bite, discussing philosophy over pub pints and co-parenting her daughters from her previous marriage to Sam Cooper. Harbour, 50, brought his own baggage, a divorce from photographer Lily Piani and a career propelled by Hellboy grit and Hopper's haunted depth in Netflix's mega-hit. For a time, they were the envy red carpet darlings at the 2022 Emmys, trading barbs and joint interviews about therapy and taboo topics. But fissures cracked open by early 2025. Rumors swirled of Harbour's infidelity with a younger colleague dubbed Madeline, in tabloid leaks, a moniker that stuck like gum to Allen's shoe. The marriage, once a bastion of progressive partnership, dissolved into legal filings and leaked emails painting Harbour as the architect of its demise. Allen, never one to suffer silently, channeled the fury into her 2025 album The Wife, a 12-track dissection of domestic disillusionment. West End Girl, the standout single, pulses with synths and scorn. Who is Madeline though actually? She's got your number but I've got the dial tone. The lyrics, delivered in Allen's signature Cockney lilt, dissect the affair's banalities, stolen texts, hotel receipts, while grappling with her own complicity in love's blind spots. Critics hailed it as her fiercest work since All Right, Still, a middle finger to the sad girl trope that once defined her. Enter Halloween, October 31, 2025, when Allen logged onto TikTok from her London flat, fairy lights twinkling like accusatory stars. Her video opens with a slow pan, straw boater hat perched jauntily, nautical striped dress cinched at the waist, white gloves pristine against a backdrop of vintage bookshelves. It's Madeline to A.T., the fearless orphan from Paris Tales, boarding school adventures rendered in watercolor whimsy. But as Cardi B's magnet throbs, it's hook a magnet for drama. I'm just playing, but I'm saying, I don't want no relations, the innocence curdles. Allen twirls, her expression a cocktail of mischief and malice, mouthing along before freezing in a mock salute. The caption? A direct quote from West End Girl, who is Madeline though actually? The ellipsis hangs heavy, an invitation to conspiracy. Social media, that great amplifier of schadenfreude, detonated. Allen's 2 million TikTok followers, a mix of indie music diehards and Lily Lovett stans, showered the post with fire emojis and fervent validation. Perfect NO notes, proclaimed one, while another deemed the crash out is so valid, invoking the slang for gloriously unhinged meltdowns. A third quipped, you had the opportunity to do the funniest thing and you did, celebrating the layered genius, children's lit icon meets marital missile. Iconic, sighed others, and David Harbour welcome to your tape, a nod to the infamous SNL sketch where he once played a bumbling everyman. The video racked up 5 million views in hours, spawning edits splicing Allen's Madeline with Harbour's Stranger Things outtakes, his face morphed into a cartoon villain. This wasn't impulsive. Allen's history is littered with such calculated provocations. From her 2009 feud with Elton John, whom she later called a mentor, to her 2020 podcast rants on industry sexism, she's wielded wit as a weapon. Post-split, she's leaned into therapy speak, telling The Guardian in September 2025, betrayal isn't a plot twist, it's a rewrite you never signed for. The album The Wife contextualizes the costume. Tracks like Tennis, a metaphor for love's back and forth, and Smile, ironic cover of her own hit, unpack the affair's anatomy, from gaslighting dinners to the Madeline text that shattered trust. By embodying her, Alan reclaims the narrative, turning victimhood into vaudeville. It's cathartic camp, a holiday hex that heals through humor. Harbour, holed up in New York filming a Marvel project, has stayed mum, his reps issuing a boilerplate private matters statement. Yet, the dig ripples. Will it fuel his next role's intensity? Inspire a contrite cameo? For Alan, it's liberation. Motherhood to 2 teens, a budding acting career in The Pillowman, and sold-out solo shows. Halloween's attack isn't malice. It's manifesto, a reminder that in love's ruins one can dance in the debris. As November beckons, Alan's Madeline marches on, 12 little girls in a row, but only one with a vendetta as vivid as her stripes.